What's up, guys? So in today's video I want to go over the Black Ops 6 patch notes, the first big weapon balancing and tuning, and really the first big patch that they've had since the game came out. So I want to go over the main topics. The biggest three are the AR nerfs, the SMG buffs, and the Recon specialty nerfs. So if you know that one's when you spawn in and you see the walls, you can see the players through the walls. They reduced it from 2 seconds down to a second and a half. And they're actually going to reduce it again come season 1. It says an additional reduction will be coming before season 1. So they're probably going to reduce it from a second and a half down to 1 second. I actually had a kind of a theory that they should just remove it entirely and maybe put it like an advanced UAV. You spawn in and you can see the players for like 2 seconds, like an advanced UAV kind of thing, instead of seeing them through the walls, because this is pretty OP. Really, it's just in the face-off maps and the smaller maps, Nuketown and all of the face-off maps. That is really OP. I think in the other maps was okay. But in the face-off maps, it was kind of OP. Those are pretty much the biggest ones. Also, the flashbang got reduced by 20%. But I want to go through these weapon balancing stuff so that all of the SMGs basically got a buff. So the SMGs are going to be a little bit more viable, a little bit more better, especially when it comes to their range. No damage changes, but only range changes. Example, like the C9 went up in range a little bit in its maximum, medium, and minimum range. Same thing with the KSV, it went up in range. Same thing with the Tainto, which I think the Tainto was already pretty good. This makes it even a little bit better. They increased the range a little bit as well. Same thing with the PP. They increased the range on it as well, and the Jackal increased the range on it as well. So it's a little bit kind of how it was in the beta now. All of the SMGs basically got a buff, and the ARs basically got a nerf. So let's go through them here. XM4 got a damage nerf. You notice how the SMGs didn't get their damage touched, but the ARs are getting their damage touched. So 22 down to 21, and also their range. The range actually got a buff for its maximum range, so it actually kind of might balance it out, especially in longer ranges. Maybe it might be better. But overall, I do kind of see more nerfs here. Like the AK-47 got a damage from 28 to 27, but an increased range on its maximum range, but a decrease in its close-up range, but a increase in the damage close-up range. You know what I'm saying? Kind of interesting. The AMS, same thing, damage down by 2, but they increased the maximum range and decreased the minimum range, but they kept the minimum damage to the same 17. Same with the GPR, 23 down to 21, but increased the maximum range, decreased the medium range, and decreased the minimum range as well, but kept the damage profiles the same. Model L, same thing, 29 down to 27, increased the range and then decreased the close-up range, but increased the damage. So kind of just weapon balancing. And the Goblin MK2, they get a big 2-point reduction here, which I think this is still pretty good, especially if you hit your shots. They increased the maximum range on it, so better for long shots, I guess. And then the AS Val got a damage nerf as well, but its range got adjusted a little bit. So it's more of a weapon balancing kind of thing. But that's really the main things. Also little issues like slug round issues, dispatcher perk, they put up the score streak from 500 by 50 for both the UAV and the counter. The other one was the flashbang down by 20%, which I think is pretty good. The snaking one, which I think I went over for the movement update here. So they adjusted the snakings for the cooldown time, so you're not snaking as fast. Head glitching, they also adjusted the XP a little bit, but they nerfed the XP for the face-off map, so you're actually be getting a little bit less XP in the face-off maps, but a little bit more XP in the other modes. TDM, control, search and destroy, gunfight, in off the non-face-off modes. And little UI changes and stuff like that. I'll leave this down in the description down below if you want to go through it yourself. And then they also address another known issue that they have. We are investigating an issue where any equipped optic attachment is removed when entering the gunsmith and main menus. This is actually an issue I've been having. I go into my game or into my loadout and my optic just gets unequipped. And then another issue I've actually been having is my settings will go to my graphic settings will go to a preset. like a random preset. It's been happening all day today, so pretty random. Let me know if there's any other issues you have, maybe are not addressed on here, so they could kind of make it known. So let me know what you guys think about this balancing. I think it's cool, a little bit different before the season 1 happens. So coming season 1, there's probably gonna be more changes. So let me know what you guys think about it. And yeah, later.